The title of this presentation is Do Not Use ChatGPT or any similar generative AI to write or edit papers. Going over the language that can be found in our course syllabus. There are ways to allowably and ethically use artificial intelligence in this writing class. You can use it to get ideas on topics, generate ideas on what to write about, to ask questions, but 100% of your use of AI-generated text must be documented and listed in your works cited or reference list. Directions are provided at the end of the PowerPoint. Do not cut and paste any text from generative AI into your paper without quotation marks and proper citations. To avoid academic misconduct in the class, you need to write your own papers. You may not have AI edit or write your papers, sections or sentences of your paper, or any assignment. Do not have AI do your research for you. If any of these activities take place, I will discover it. In the first instance, you will get a 0 on the assignment. In the second instance, you will get a 0 on the class, and I will report your activity to student compliance. The repercussions for academic misconduct are very serious and include expulsion from the college. Grades can retroactively change. Obviously, I would let you know, but if there is a discovery of plagiarism or the unethical use of AI in violation of our class policy, I can and will go back to see if AI was used in previous assignments that I missed. When I discover plagiarism and/or the use of generative AI for prohibited activities, I will review all of a student's previously submitted work. This includes work I may have already graded. If additional plagiarism or use of generative AI is found, the implications for 2 or more instances of plagiarism apply, i.e. 0 in the course and notification to student compliance. Acceptable digital editing tools that you may use in this class, and I encourage you to use especially, are editing tools in Microsoft Word like spell check, grammar check, that kind of thing, Google Docs, Grammarly, paid and unpaid version, but not its AI writing tool. Class peers and LCC resources such as tutoring, aka Learning Commons, the Writing Studio, Your Professor, and BrainFuse online tutoring. If you have another tool you want to use, please ask me first and get my permission in writing. Any editing tool you use must work at the word level, as opposed to the sentence or paragraph or paper level, and must be manually reviewed by you word by word. For example, in Grammarly and Word, writers are asked to review each change before a change is made. Never accept a change without reviewing it. You need to know 100% what every word in your paper means. If you don't know what a word in your paper means, do not incorporate it into your paper. To do otherwise risks academic misconduct. Generative AI such as ChatGPT is very, very sophisticated. The average user cannot tell that their use of AI is detectable, but I'm not the average user. I will detect the use of generative AI and I will know. Other faculty will know as well. So these are 2 sentences that this is an example that both came from an AI generated paper. The 2 papers were completely written by 2 people who never met each other, but the sentences that were provided were almost identical to each other. And so the people who incorporated these sentences into their paper didn't have the perspective that a teacher has, which the teacher is reading all of the papers. And so when they see 2 sentences that are almost identical in 2 papers located in the same spot in 2 papers, that's one way that AI use can be detected. These are the similarities. Citing generative AI and MLA and APA style, there's a way to cite it if you're going to use information from it, which needs to be checked. And we'll get into that later, but this information is also in our course syllabus, and you can look it up on the web, like how do I cite information from a book, how do I cite information from a song, how do I cite information from AI. For the first paper, I purposely designed it so you don't have to do any research. I would rather you just write the first paper without research. I would rather you just write it from your own experience. I would prefer you not use research in the first paper. But if you want to use research of any kind, you need to cite it. And then here's some examples of how to cite AI as we go forward if you decide you need to use AI information in your paper. Thanks.